Only a week ago Paris Saint-Germain were celebrating their second successive Ligue 1 title. How the mood has changed within the camp, though, after a defeat to Rennes on penalties in the final of the Coupe de France. The French champions threw away a 2-goal lead and saw Kylian Mbappe sent off in extra time for a nasty challenge on Damien Da Silva. The significance of the result will not be lost on Thomas Tuchel. The former Borussia Dortmund boss was tasked with elevating PSG to new heights this season. Their previous success has saturated the top division to such an extent that winning the league has become par for the course. Yet that is now their only major achievement this season, with the Champions League and now the domestic cup eluding them. Perhaps that frustration boiled over in the aftermath of the final, when Neymar appeared to lash out at a supporter as the PSG players walked up the steps to collect their runners-up medals. It wasn't immediately clear what was behind the 27-year-old's actions, but footage has since emerged that appears to show the fan provoking him. The man asks for a photo, to which Neymar obliged, before changing his mind. According to L'Equipe, the individual also called Gianluigi Buffon a dirty idiot and told Lavin Kurzawa not to shake his hand. When Neymar approached, he's accused of telling him go learn how to play football. Now, in the same report, the fan has denied this version of events. I did not insult him, I told him that they were bad, that is the game, he told the newspaper. When the players came, Verratti, Buffon, I said to them, you are bad, go Rennes. Neymar's ire was not reserved for the fans either, and he launched a stinging attack on some of his teammates in the mixed zone. We need to be more like men in the dressing room, we must be more united, the Brazilian said, via ESPN. I see a lot of young players who are not lost exactly, but they lack more ear than mouth. They must listen more than they talk. Sometimes a more experienced guy speaks, and they answer back. The coach himself speaks, and they retort. This is not how a team goes far. Alarmingly, journalist Robin Berner has pointed out that Neymar has never been on the pitch when PSG have won a trophy. The wait for that to change continues. What do you make of Neymar's actions? Have your say in the comments. New footage explains how Neymar came to be so angry that he proceeded to lash out a Rennes fan after the Coupe de France final last night. In the first clip doing the rounds on social media, the former Barcelona superstar appeared to take issue with the fan filming him and batted his phone away. The two then had words before Neymar appeared to catch the supporter on the chin after hitting out, with the incident happening right in front of the eyes of a small child in the stands. PSG youngster Moussa Diaby, who was behind Neymar, did his best to try and defuse the situation. But footage from an angle shows what prompted the Brazilian to react in the way he did. The fan pretended he wanted to have a picture with Neymar, who was happy to, but then the supporter changed his mind, and that's what led to the altercation between the pair. Eloquip the man also told Neymar to go learn how to play football, as well as insulting both Gianluigi Buffon and Marco Verratti, but he denies the claims. "I did not insult him, I told him that they were bad, that is the game," he told the French newspaper. "When the players came, Verratti, Buffon, I said to them, you are bad, go Rennes." Still, despite being provoked and with his emotions running high, Neymar's actions were stupid and it's not a good look for him. Meanwhile, speaking in the mixed zone after the game, Neymar had some strong words for the younger members of the PSG squad, telling them to listen more attentively to the senior players. "We need to be more like men in the dressing room, we must be more united," Neymar said, as per ESPN. "I see a lot of young players who are not lost exactly, but they lack more ear than mouth. They must listen more than they talk. Sometimes a more experienced guy speaks, and they answer back. The coach himself speaks, and they retort. This is not how a team goes far. We are more experienced, so they must respect us a bit more, listen a bit more. I had to do the same when I was starting out."